Alam mo ba na yung buhay natin nagre-revolve sa isang malaking script? Parang pelikula. Yes, ikaw yung bida. Hindi ikaw ang nagsulat. Taga-bitiw ka lang ng mga linya. Most of those lines, they're about money, success, even your future. They talk about scarcity, lack, fear, negative what-ifs. Kahit di totoo, you keep repeating those lines, those lies. And even before you know it, you're living a life full of misery. Just because of a script you were never meant to follow. Welcome to your Creative Reset, the podcast that helps you rethink how you live and work as we explore insights from human behavior, creative clarity, and biblical faith. Together, let's overcome self-doubt, find direction, and build a life with purpose and freedom. This is Danix Dumdum, your host. Now close those 16 open tabs because your reset starts now. Isa sa mga pinakaunang bagay na inaral ko when I left my full-time employment 5 years ago was about money. How to handle it, how to manage it properly. Kasi alam ko sa sarili ko, hindi ako magaling sa pera. But I also believe na lahat ng bagay pwedeng matutunan. So I studied. Akala ko, budgeting strategies, financial systems, investment, income streams, revenue, yun yung mga kailangan kong unahin na intindihan. Pero mali pala ako. Because before anything else, I had to unlearn what I'd like to call my money scripts. I actually learned this from the book by T. Harv Eker na sobrang nakatulong sa akin when I was starting. The book was Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, where the author initially talked about money blueprints. He said ito daw yung mga statements that we heard about money when we were growing up and they remain in our subconscious mind. Tapos, eventually, these scripts becomes part of our lives, part of our own script, the blueprint that is running our financial lives. And when I learned that, it made so much sense. Kaya pala, when I started reflecting deeper, dun ko na-realize na most of the scripts na meron ako weren't even mine. Narinig ko lang siya paulit-ulit while I was growing up from the people around me. Like, hindi ka anak mayaman, hanggang dito lang yung kaya natin. Ano, akala mo sa akin, pumupulot ng pera? Yung mag-aral kang mabuti, kayamanan mo yan. Ang pera pinaghihirapan, yung mga matapobre mayayaman, madadamot, mga ganung bagay. And hindi lang yun sa circle mo, hindi lang yun sa family, hindi lang sa adults around you, but even yung media, yung mga napapanood natin, mga naririnig natin. Because kunyari, sa mga teleserye, yung mga mayayaman, kontrabida yan. Tapos, yung mga from rags to riches, dahil may sindikato or dahil gumagawa sila ng illegal, all those things na akala mo naman hindi harmful, pero pag araw-araw mo siyang inuulit, little by little, they become your normal. And as a kid, you don't question those things. You just absorb them. And when you grow older, hindi natin nare-realize they become our own financial blueprint. They are the scripts that are running quietly in the background. They guide our decisions and even limiting our options. Kaya ikaw, as an adult right now, may mga sarili ka ng mga lines, may mga sarili ka ng mga prinsipyo na hindi mo alam na yun yung nag-ooperate. Like, gastos lang yan. Kaya, mahalin mo yung trabaho mo kahit mahirap yan kasi yung iba nga dyan walang trabaho, at least ikaw meron. Don't let your hopes up. You'll end up disappointed for sure yan. O kaya, be realistic. Huwag ka masyadong mag-i-imagine or huwag ka masyadong mangarap ng mataas kasi ikaw din mahirap bumagsak. Among all those other things that we always have in our heads. And that's when I realized that the real problem most of us have wasn't just lack of money. Bago ka pala magkaroon ng pera, bago ka pala talagang umasenso and what have you, I realized it was the mindset that we inherited is the problem. The script that I internalized while I was growing up, and the declarations I keep repeating without even knowing it. If you listen to episode 7, that's when we started talking about how our brain operates. It protects us from the emotional risks na meron tayo, kaya tayo nagpo-procrastinate. Pero this time, let's go deeper na kung paano yung mismong words natin yung nagsiset ng limits natin sa sarili natin. Na akala mo, ano lang yan, words lang yan. Akala mo, kasabihan lang. Akala mo, mga quotes lang yan. Pero sa utak mo, instructions yun. Ang galing, no? This is how God designed our brain. May dalawang bagay tayo ngayong kailangan maintindihan. Number 1 dyan, yung Reticular Activating System o RAS na tinatawag, tsaka neuroplasticity. So let's start with RAS. This is like your brain's filter. What you focus on, your brain starts filtering for. So kung lagi mong sinasabing, wala akong pera, hindi talaga ako para sa business, saka na lang yan pag yumaman na ako, hindi pa ako ready. Yung mga ganong scripts, yung mga ganong lines, mga ganong salita, your brain listens and then starts showing you proof na totoo nga yung sinasabi mo. Yung reticular activating system mo na-activate siya by those lines na sinasabi mo. And true enough, pinapakita lang ng brain mo na, totoo nga, you speak lack, malanotice mo yung mga limitations. You speak possibility and you notice new doors opening up for you. Parang ganito. Imagine your day. Sa umaga, may nangyaring di maganda. Tapos ang bungad mo, bad trip naman tong araw na to. Imagine ending yan, lahat na ng mga susunod na mangyayari, bad trip nga. Paano nangyayari yun? Yun mga yung tinatawag nila na ma-manifest mo kasi. Pero more than that, yung brain mo kasi, it functions like that. Na yung na-activate ng brain mo yung bad trip. Ngayon, nafi-filter niya yung ibang bagay. Ang nakikita mo na lang yung mga pangit na nangyayari sa araw na yun. That's RAS. Yung next naman na gusto kong tignan natin is what we call neuroplasticity. It simply means that the more you think about a thought, the stronger that pathway gets in your brain. So the more you repeat something, the stronger the connection in your brain becomes. So mas inuulit, mas lumalalim. Kaya pag sinabi mo pa out loud, mas malakas yung effect. Diba? So when you say, hindi ako magaling sa pera, you're actually strengthening that belief neurologically. That's why our words matter. Because the more you say something, the more you will believe it. And the more you believe it, the more it becomes your reality. But the good news, because of the same brain feature, yung neuroplasticity, you can actually rewire your mind. Paano? We choose our new thoughts, we speak new declarations, and we create new emotional associations with money, with work, or success. Ang galing ni Lord, no? Yung same brain na kayang mag-store ng lies, kaya rin mag-restore. And at the same time, at this time, ngayon na alam mo na, pwede mo na siya ngayon palitan ng truth. Kung nasan yung problema, dun din si Lord nag-create ng solusyon. Here's the thing, you can't just stop thinking negative. Or sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, sige, think positive lang tayo from now on. Hindi ganun yon. What you need to do is to really be intentional about it. To replace the old scripts that's running the show with something na true, faith-rooted, tsaka empowering. Kung meron kang gustong mangyari sa buhay mo, you have to replace the old beliefs that doesn't support it and create new pathways in your brain that would support on who you wanted to become and what you wanted to have. So let's break this down further into 3 layers. Ano-ano ba yung mga script natin na kailangan nating i-unpack at palitan? Number 1 dyan, stories. Ito yung mga naririnig mo while you were growing up. Kunyari, yung pera pinaghihirapan. Kasi naranasan nyo yan as a family na mahirap kitain yung pera. Second, yung huwag kang maluho. Kasi ang alam mo, ang kaya nyo lang kung ano yung needs. Minsan kulang pa. Ano pa? Yung hindi ka mayaman. Hanggang dito lang tayo. Ito lang yung kaya natin. Tapos laging kung ano lang yung pasok sa budget. O kaya, even yung mga salawikain, naalala ko yun nung elementary ako. Pag maiksi ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. So parang sanay ka na laging pinag-akasya lang lahat. Yun, those stories. But apart from the things that you hear and watch, you also have personal experiences with money while growing up. Yung, for example, yung nakita mong nagtatalo yung mga magulang mo or yung mga adults sa paligid mo dahil sa pera. Yung mga times na pumapasok ka pero hindi ka nagla-lunch kasi wala kang baon. O kaya hindi ka sasama pag may outing o kaya may retreat kasi wala kang pambayad sa registration fee. Yung mga ganung bagay. O kaya yung when you see your parents na umuutang, utang dito, utang doon, kasi utang yung solusyon pag wala kang pera. Ano pa, nakikita mo sinisingil yung mama mo o yung papa mo ng utang habang nandun ka. Tapos nakikita mo kung paano napapahiya yung magulang mo kasi wala siyang pambayad. So yung mga ganong bagay, it affects who you are today. Yung nagsasara kayo ng bahay, nagpapatay kayo ng mga ilaw, kuryente kasi nandyan na yung Meralco, puputulan na kayo. Tapos kunyari walang tao para hindi makapasok. O kaya naman, ito, para kang charity. I-announce sa stage na kailangan mo ng tuition. So yung mga tao sa paligid mo mag-aambagan, pagtutulong-tulong para sa'yo. Yung ganon kahirap. Yung kabang nararamdaman mo kapag pinag-uusapan na yung gasto, kasi alam mong wala. Yung hindi ka makapag-ambag ng idea sa outing kasi alam mo hindi mo sure kung makakasama ka. Minsan, mas matindi pa talaga yung real life experiences natin kaysa sa mga teleserye. You see all these other things na kahit bata tayo, yung sinasabi nila na hindi natin naiintindihan. Pero it affects us greatly that as we grow up, hindi natin alam na nasa subconscious mind natin kung gaano kahirap yung buhay, gaano kahirap yung pera. Yung mga scripts na yun, yung mga stories na yun, it affects yung decision making mo right now. Walang nagsabi na mali ang mga yan. Pero may mga naitanim, may mga quiet beliefs na money is stressful, money causes conflict, money is never enough, I am born poor, I will die poor. Kasi sa pamilya namin wala naman talagang negosyante. Yung mga ganon, yung hindi mo man sinasadya, those moments even become emotional markers to you. And now, they are part of the story that shaped how you see money, how you see success, and even what you believe is possible for you. The second thing would be scripts. Ito na yung internal dialogue mo ngayon. Yung mga looping thoughts na para lang siyang sirang plaka sa isip mo na paulit-ulit. Kung hindi man, kapag may pagkakataon na dinala ka sa isang scenario, ito na ulit yung mga scripts, yung internal dialogues mo. Yung hindi mo naman siya laging iniisip, pero naririnig mo siya sa utak mo. Tahimik, pero malakas yung tama. Yung hindi talaga ako marunong sa pera, bulagsak talaga, lumilipad lang yung pera sa palad ko, hindi ako business-minded parang feeling ko hindi para sa akin magnegosyo. O kaya, hindi ako creative. Practical akong tao. Buti ka pa creative. Ang galing mo naman. Kung creative ka naman, walang pera sa art. It's just for expression. Pang hobby lang yan. Kailangan mo ng stable job. Kailangan mo ng maayos na trabaho. Kasi kung papagpatuloy mo lang magsulat, sino magbabasa niyan, diba? Masyadong mataas yung pangarap mo kung gusto mo mag-produce ng pelikula or whatever. Hindi yan para sa akin. Hindi para sa akin yung ganyang buhay. Yung nasa bahay ka lang. Tas parang pa-chill-chill ka lang. Kaya okay na to kahit mahirap, kahit di naman talaga ito yung gusto ko, at least quote-unquote stable. Kaya sayang yung benefits ng trabaho, sayang yung sweldo, tsatsagain ko na lang. O kaya baka pagsisihan ko to pag iniwan ko yung trabaho ko, hindi na ako makakakita ng gantong opportunity, kaya susunggaban ko na to. 'Di ba? Pero minsan, hindi lang tungkol sa pera. Minsan, sarili mo yung sinisisi mo, kasalanan ko kasi to Dapat di na lang ako nag-resign. Dapat ginalingan ko sa trabaho. Dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. Dapat mas matalino pa ako. Dapat nagbasa pa ako ng mga libro. Bakit hindi ko ba alam yung gusto ko hanggang ngayon? 30 years old na ako. Alam mo yun, time is passing, time is ticking. Di ko pa rin alam kung anong gusto kong gawin sa buhay. Ang dami ko na kasing mga sinayang na oras. Baka ako talaga yung problema. Ang worst niyan, you don't even realize you're saying it kasi matic na. Automatic. Nasa background habang nagbabudget ka, habang pinaplano mo kung magre-resign ka ba o hindi, habang iniisip mo kung kaya mo na bang ituloy yung pangarap mong bakasyon, habang tinitignan mo kung magkano yung magagastos kapag magpapagawa ka ng website o kung magpapa full-blown digital marketing na yung business mo, these thoughts, they feel normal. Sanay ka na. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin tama. Just because you've been thinking it for years, doesn't mean it's true. Pero dahil nga lagi mo siyang iniisip, parte na siya ng sarili mo, ng buhay mo, you start moving as if they're real. You stay small, you shrink kapag may mga risk, you settle, not because you're content, but because you're scared. Worse, because you believe you don't deserve more. And the third is declaration. Itong third one na to, kicker to. Yung script mo sa isip, madalas lumalabas sa bibig mo. Wala na naman akong pera. Kulang lagi. Sana all may budget. O kaya, pag yumaman ako, pag tumama ako sa loto. Kaya saka na lang pag stable na ako. Minsan biro lang. Lalo sana all. #blessed, diba? Pero sarcastically. Minsan biro yung mga yan. Minsan rant. Minsan nag-express lang tayo ng nararamdaman natin, ng feeling natin. Minsan kinukwento lang natin sa friend. Pero remember what we said earlier. Yung brain natin doesn't hear joke lang. Hindi niya naririnig na joke lang naman. Ang naririnig ng brain natin, instructions yan. Na kahit hindi mo sinasadya, you're reinforcing the same identity. Someone who is always lacking, always afraid, always behind, someone is always living in scarcity. Here's the part na sobrang fascinating. Speaking something out loud affects our brain more than just thinking about it. Ito yung part ng neuroscience of language. Yung kapag may sinabi ka, you're activating not just your thoughts, but also your speech, your hearing, your memory, and emotional circuits all at once. Like for example, your auditory cortex, yung prefrontal cortex mo, and all the other areas involved in language and emotion. These parts light up every time you speak. Lalo na pag may emotion, lalo na pag may conviction or repetition. Di ba nga, pag frustrated ka, heightened yung emotion, dun ka mas madalas magreklamo. Dun ka mas madalas kung ano-ano yung lumalabas sa bibig mo. And, according to neuroscience and language studies, when you say something out loud, your brain engages more deeply. Kasi nga, hindi mo na lang siya iniisip, naririnig mo pa siya. You're processing it, you're embedding it into memory. And the more you say it, the more your brain believes it. Ibig sabihin, mas naaalala kilala mo, mas pinaniniwalaan, mas tumatatak sa utak mo yung mga bagay na sinasabi mo out loud. So every time you say na hindi ako marunong sa pera, hindi ako creative, lagi na lang kulang, ito na naman tayo, problema na naman. You're not just expressing frustration, you're reinforcing a belief. And over time, that belief becomes your identity. Grabe no? Ganun pala ka-powerful yung spoken word. It's more than just don't say bad things, baka ma-attract mo. Or baka magdilang anghel ka. It's activating everything in your head, everything in your emotions. So, if words are that powerful, imagine what would happen if you started speaking truth, not just fear, not lack, not limitations. Let's zoom in further on how faith and science agree that our words shape our lives. Sabi sa mga research in neuroscience and behavioral science, for years, ito yung mga nakita nila. Pero, the Bible has been saying all these things from generation to generation already bago pa maglabas ng mga documents si science. Nung sinabi ng science na what you repeatedly think and say rewires your brain. So, ibig sabihin nun, thoughts plus words repeated over time, they form patterns. And those patterns shape your identity. Sabi sa Bible, as the man thinks in his heart, so is he. Kung saan ka nagdudwell internally, yun ka nagiging externally. Proverbs 23 verse 7 yun. Sabi ng science, speaking out loud activates more of your brain and reinforces your beliefs faster. So that includes memory, emotion, speech, self-perception, lahat yun, the more you speak out loud. The Bible says, death and life are in the power of your tongue. Sa Proverbs 18:21 yun. So yung lahat ng mga words na sinasabi mo, hindi lang niya dinidescribe yung buhay mo. Dinidirect ng mga declarations mo yung buhay mo. And here's one more reason why speaking truth out loud matters. In Proverbs 13 verses 2 to 3 says, a man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the unfaithful feeds violence. He who guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction. Kakainin mo kung ano yung fruit ng mouth mo. Because your words plant seeds. And over time, you eat from the fruit they produce, whether good or bad. Sayo sa gusto natin, that's how our brain works. That's how system works. That's why speaking the truth isn't just a spiritual habit, it's a survival strategy. Dito ko mas naintindihan kung bakit kailangan kang nagde-declare. The Bible doesn't just teach us to believe, it teaches us to speak the word, to speak the truth, to meditate, to declare. Kasi si Lord, alam niya kung paano niya tayo dinevelop. He created us. He's the one who designed our brains. Kaya paulit-ulit din niyang pinaalala sa atin. If isa-search pa natin lahat ng mga verses on speaking, declaration, meditating, pag-i-internalize, hindi tayo matatapos sa episode. But because words aren't just sounds that we produce, they shape the direction, they open doors, they make room. The words are so powerful, it can make or break us. The way you speak about your life, the way you speak about yourself, the way you talk about money, it directly affects your wallet, your life, your success, and even your overall well-being. So if our life feels like a movie that runs on a script, and the life that the script brings is full of scarcity, fear, guilt, and limitation, all because of a bad script we've been unknowingly repeating for years, ano dapat ginagawa pag pangit yung script? Pinapalitan. And here's the great news. Sabi ko kanina, 'di ba, minsan yung script na meron ka, hindi naman talaga yung galing sa'yo. Kasi bata ka pa nun eh. The great news right now, while you're listening, you can co-write a new script. And this time, with God, what He says about you, or what you want to happen in your life. You can begin to rewrite your story by replacing the old lines with truth. And not just any other truth, but with His truth, God's word, God's truth. Sabi nga niya, heaven and earth will pass, but His truth, His word will last. Hindi lang basta-basta motivational quotes yung ipapalit mo dyan. Hindi lang basta success formula or any other mantra. Imagine if you will replace your old script with faith-rooted, brain-aligned, and identity-renewing truth. Yung identity na hindi nakabase sa positivity lang, pero yung identity na nakabase on how God sees you. Yes, your old words may have shaped who you are, but your new declarations can shape who you are becoming. Ito bonus tip ko sa inyo. Lista mo lahat ng script na meron ka about money, success, anong tingin mo sa success, about living a good life. Lista mo lahat yan ng mga hindi nakakatulong sa'yo na belief. Tapos, counter it with how the Lord sees you. Sulat mo, for example, mahirap kitain ng pera. On the left column ng paper. On the right, isulat mo, ano yung belief na pwede mong ipalit sa mahirap kitain yung pera. Sulat mo, madaling kitain ng pera. Yeah, di ba? Sulat mo lang kung ano yung magka-counter dyan na mas makakapag-support sa'yo. Ang maganda niyan, kung isusulat mo yung counter with how the Lord sees you, hindi lang basta-basta turn mo into positive yan. If you need help doing these things, send mo ko ng DM. Message me at Creative Reset with Danix sa IG tsaka sa Facebook. Send me a DM or send me an email. yourcreativereset@gmail.com. Lahat naman yun nasa show notes. Let me help you rewrite your story. Your creative reset starts when you watch your words, when you stop repeating the lies, and when you start declaring the truth. You're not stuck with that old script na meron ka. Hindi yan yung dead end mo. It's not too late to revise your story. Hindi ka disqualified from doing something different. Be good on yourself because God is still writing your story. So go ahead, start speaking truth and watch how your life reset. Thank you for having your creative reset with me. I'm Danix. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who might need the same reset today. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show and give it a quick review. It helps us reach more people who feel stuck with self-doubt so they can also find clarity and creative freedom. Sometimes, the reset you need is a return to who He made you to be. Again, this is Danix Dumdum and see you on your next creative reset.